Now, Ron Artest says he respects the Lakers showing some toughness because L.A. got punked by Boston in the finals last year. Here's Shane Battier talking about Kobe.
I always stay the course, good or bad. I always move on to the next play. There's only so much you can do against this guy. He's a different animal. All the yapping, to me, it's semantics. No big deal. Doesn't make him play harder. Doesn't intimidate me. I'm not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. Let's play.
And that they did, and despite all the tough talk from Shane Battier and Ron Artest, no one stopped Kobe in the first quarter, Jalen.
Well, one thing for certain, two things for sure. Kobe Bryant had 40 points in the previous game and 33 tonight. So you're right, Shane Battier. He's not going anywhere.
He had 11 points in the first quarter. He passed Larry Bird for 6th on the NBA's playoff scoring list. More on that in a moment. Still in the first, Rockets looking for a way to slow Kobe down. We take a look at ESPN Access, Jalen.
And that's one of the things you want to do when you play against the Houston Rockets. Put Yao Ming, 7'6" center in pick and roll, swing the basketball, get a high percentage dunk by Lamar Odom.
So the Lakers up 2 at the half. Third quarter, the Rockets really struggle on offense, Jalen.
And Yao Ming being 7'6" and being an all-star center, when you get 2 feet in the paint, big fella, go up strong like your life depended on it. Do not allow a 6'6" guy to block your dunk.
Yao had problems inside. Ron Artest had problems outside.
And the thing about Ron Artest's game is he's an able three-point shooter, but he's better when he's 10 feet and in. Post up and play the percentages.
How about Kobe? A little LeBron like the other night.
And the thing I love about Kobe is kind of like when they both went to the Garden this year. You know he was watching LeBron last night, and he felt that play, and he knocked it down.
We go to the fourth quarter. Von Wafer gets Sasha Vujacic in the air. He'll draw contact for the 3-shot foul, and the physical play continues in this series, Jalen.
And borderline offensive foul, defensive foul. Ultimately, I don't think that's a flagrant foul. It's a clean foul. Von Wafer, go to the line, knock down your free throws.
Made all 3 of them. Yao Ming had 19 points and 14 boards, but moments later, he comes up lame. He sprained his left ankle. He'd stay in the game, Jalen.
Not a positive moment for the Houston Rockets. Anytime Yao Ming is wincing, that's not a good sign. Hopefully he could be healthy for the next game.
Less than 3 minutes to go with the shot clock winding down. Who else but Kobe? 12 of his game-high 33 coming in the fourth. This puts the Lakers up 95-84. And then with under a minute to go, Pau Gasol on the breakaway, fouled hard by Ron Artest. The officials call a flagrant 2 foul. Artest is ejected from the game. What do you think, Jalen?
When you come before the judge and you have a past history, unfortunately for Ron Artest, your past history does work against you. I do think, though, that he will get some leniency on that call.
All right, so the Lakers win at 108-94. They lead this series 2-1. They are 6-1 against the Rockets this season. Phil Jackson has 199 career playoff wins. Houston's 9-game home win streak comes to an end. The Rockets have had more turnovers than assists in every game this series. Game 4 coming up on Sunday, and after this one was over, Kobe and Ron Artest talking about that controversial flagrant foul.
I don't think that was a flagrant. It may be a flagrant one. And that rule is so all over the place. It's really tough to gauge. I felt like it was a good, hard foul. And I'm an 80s baby, so that should have just been 2 shots and, just be done with it.
They saw something, He explained why he called it. So that was cool. Some refs would probably, just tell you to leave, but he explained it. He said they was thinking about making it a 1, but he felt awkwardly, so they made it a 2. So hopefully they take it back and they rescind it and make it a flagrant 1.
So Kobe Bryant scores 33 points to pass number 33, passes Larry Bird for 6th place on the NBA's all-time playoff scoring list. Next up, former Laker Jerry West, 4,457 points, and Kobe only needs 2,060 points to pass Michael Jordan. Jalen, what did you think about Kobe's aggressiveness in the fourth quarter?
He took 28 shots this basketball game, JW, and he understood without Derek Fisher, going into Houston on the road, series tied 1-1, I have to be the aggressor. I have to show the team that I'm going to create the domino effect. And he was on fire from the beginning of the game, cooled off during the game, but his aggressiveness and his efficiency from three-point range, because he was 4 from 6 from distance, ultimately paid off. And being a great scorer, he's never going to lose confidence when he misses, and ultimately he takes pressure off the other guys because they don't have to worry about taking a big shot because they can just give it to Kobe.
Kobe 8 for 14 outside the paint, only 3 for 14 inside the paint. Very rare that you have that disparity with Kobe Bryant. Ron Artest, 25 points, but he gets ejected for the second straight game. He didn't seem too broken up about it in his post-game news conference. What do you think the league is going to do if they start to revisit this? Did you think it was a really flagrant 2 foul? What do they end up? What's the league going to do you think?
Unfortunately for Ron, he does have a history. So therefore, the Lakers up around 10 points. You don't want to get the game out of hand. He was suspended in the previous basketball game. He commits a flagrant foul on Pau Gasol, which was a flagrant 1 and will be rescinded to a flagrant 1. During the game, you call it a flagrant 2, so things don't get out of hand. Ron will live to play another day. He will not be suspended. And ultimately, if you're the Houston Rockets, you want to tie this series in Game 4, and you will have that opportunity with Ron Artest in the lineup.
That's a big deal because if that does stay a flagrant 2 foul, all he needs is one more flagrant foul, and he'll get an automatic 1-game suspension in the playoffs. Now, while Kobe was aggressive in the fourth quarter, you didn't think Artest was all that aggressive. What should he have done differently in his game?
See, the thing about Ron Artest's game is this. He's a tremendous defensive player. He does like to gamble for steals. On the offensive end, he should be a bull in the china shop, a small forward that shoots 10 to 15 feet away from the basket mid-range and posts up where he can draw double teams. When he's floating out around the three-point range, he's really letting the defense off the hook. And on the basketball court, some things in life you gotta live with. And if Ron Artest wants to shoot three-pointers, since he's not Larry Bird, since he's not Reggie Miller, since he's not Ray Allen, you will live with that shot because the percentages ultimately work in your favor because he's not putting pressure on the defense when he's not attacking the basket. And that's it. If you're the Lakers, that's what you want. If you're Ron Artest, get closer to the basket, be more efficient, put yourself in a position to be double-teamed.
Artest 10 of 23 from the field, including 2 of 8 from three-point range. Not a Larry Bird, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller type of performance, that's for sure. Yao Ming, another double-double, 19 points, 14 boards. But you like some of the adjustments the Lakers made on him. Like what?
When you're playing against Yao Ming, he's 7'6". He's probably the tallest guy in the game. So what do you have to do to take away his size? You have to front him. And when you front Yao Ming, you make him use his athleticism and not his size. Therefore, it gives you an opportunity to attack him. And on the defensive end, you put him in pick and rolls. You make him want to use his feet, move his feet from side to side. And now look at Yao Ming. Instead of being underneath the rim where he can grab a rebound or block a shot, he's 16, 15 feet away from the basket, and he has to make a choice. Do I go out here and be like a fish out of water and contest the play, contest Jordan Farmar, Kobe Bryant, drive it to the basket, or do I allow him to shoot? And then fatigue sets in come fourth quarter. The Lakers did a good job of putting Yao Ming in pick and rolls, and that's where he's not at his strength.
The first time the Rockets have lost this postseason when Yao scores 15 points or more. We mentioned the sprained left ankle. Status for Game 4 uncertain. What if he doesn't play in Game 4?
Or if Yao Ming doesn't play, then the Rockets don't win. That's just flat out simple. But if he does play, obviously it gives them a great opportunity to tie this series. He's their anchor. He's the guy that they can throw the basketball into countlessly in the half-court offense, play inside out, allow him to dictate what happens on the offensive end, especially from the half court. When he's not in the basketball game, then it becomes helter-skelter, more one-on-one. You really need that guy to be in the lineup. I think it will be a mild sprain of his ankle. I expect to see Yao Ming in Game 4.
Game 4 Sunday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern on ABC.